BlackRock now holds more Bitcoin than almost everyone alive except Satoshi. From your perspective, is this validation for Bitcoin or just Wall Street finally learning how to monopolize scarcity? What do you think?
Of course, I think that since the ETF was approved, it's a way to show the world that finally Wall Street are taking Bitcoin seriously. We had around 15 years to front run them, but now they know what is Bitcoin, they know the scarcity. And as you mentioned, the comparison between the speed of growing of the Bitcoin ETF and the gold ETF, it shows that Bitcoin is much, much better than gold as an asset. And again, most of Maxis say that the ETFs are not good for Bitcoin. They don't respect the Satoshi Nakamoto ethos that still is the person or the group of persons that have the biggest amount of Bitcoin in this world. But at the end of the day, what I always say, this ETF, the treasury companies, they help other people to be exposed to Bitcoin, people that never had bought Bitcoin if not by the ETF, because they don't want to do the self-custody, they don't want to hold their own keys, so they put this responsibility into BlackRock and they are exposed to Bitcoin. For me, it's positive, and it shows the trend. It shows that we never been wrong. Bitcoin is winning, and of course, a lot of new ETFs are gonna be adding to BlackRock. You have Vanguard this week that they approved Bitcoin again. We have here in Hong Kong some Bitcoin ETF. I think that this is good for the ecosystem.
Yeah, I do too. You know, I know some people would argue that it does kind of go against the cypherpunk libertarian ideals of self-sovereignty, but if we ever expected Bitcoin to truly be the new sun of the financial planetary system, this was always going to happen eventually. And I'm kind of at the point where anything that brings Bitcoin further into the limelight, I'm here for, because we need to continue orange pilling the world. And BlackRock being involved does help, whether you like it or not. All right, so Fernando, BlackRock also could surpass Satoshi's Bitcoin stash of 1.12 million Bitcoin by next summer. What do you think that does to the narrative around who really controls Bitcoin? Are people going to get worried here? Does BlackRock own too much right now? Because we kind of mentioned that earlier. It kind of goes against the ethos of Bitcoin. Are we reaching that point, or is like less than 4% pretty negligible?
Well, what we need to understand is, first of all, how the ETFs work. It's not that it's being controlled by BlackRock. It's the clients of BlackRock buying the ETF and BlackRock buying the Bitcoin. So technically, BlackRock is not controlling this big amount of Bitcoin. On the other side, of course, it's not good that one actor controls a huge amount of Bitcoin. But if we respect the Bitcoin ethos, Bitcoin is permissionless. So we cannot say to BlackRock, don't buy any more Bitcoin. And on the other side, I think that boosts the adoption. As I say to everyone, if you buy IBIT, you don't have Bitcoin. It's not real Bitcoin, but you have exposure to Bitcoin. In my opinion, I would never buy a Bitcoin ETF because for me, it doesn't have any advantage to buy the Bitcoin and control my own keys. But 3 months ago, the father of one of my friends was traveling around Hong Kong, and he wanted to start asking about Bitcoin and all this stuff. And he saw all the process of buying, holding your own keys, set up a wallet, very difficult. So I said, okay, you can buy an ETF. You can buy IBIT, and you have exposure to Bitcoin, even though it's not the real Bitcoin. So he bought IBIT. And he's complaining now that Bitcoin is not going up, but this is another topic.